the late adopter, very late. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time, on the $1.07, Monday to Friday. We do this show because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin and what's gonna happen with our altcoins. A very important video every single day because it can tell us a little bit about the next move that Bitcoin is gonna do. So we do like to check out on Bitcoin every single day just to see, you know, what's up, what's next, what's happening. Yesterday, again, very late live stream, was watching the daily close, and unfortunately we live in Europe, so here the daily close comes at, you know, 2 a.m. in the evening, which messes up my, you know, sleep schedule. So sometimes it does happen that I, you know, sleep in on a Monday, you know, but you know, whatever. That said, how's everybody doing in the chat? Vana Lesva, hi man, good afternoon. The green name, the TFNs can remember. Wayne Wookie the Fox, Vishwana, Christo, Babe Beefy, JPD, Wayne B. Wookie want a cookie. It's 6 a.m. here. Wow, that's early. That's early. So, how's everybody doing? Today we're gonna talk about the following wedge. Are we gonna break up? Are we gonna break down? How are you, TLA? I'm doing good, beside the sleep thing, you know. If there is one thing that I, you know, that might help me in my life, you know, and change my life 100%, that would be sleep. That would be sleep. Guys, do you have this one thing in your life that you know, like inside, if I just change this one thing, you know, my life would turn around 100%? For me, that's sleep. I know from the bottom of my heart, if I just change this one thing, the sleep schedule, if I can manage to have a normal sleep schedule, you know, very rigid, like I go to bed this time, I wake up this time every single day, my life would change, you know, 100% towards the better, because every time I sleep well, I'm productive, I'm happy, I'm enjoyable to be around. And it doesn't happen that often. But I know if there is one thing in my life, if I could change, that would change my life 100%, that's sleep. What's your sleeping pattern like? I go to bed when I want, I wake when I have to or when I want. Just a second, the baby's awake. Sorry about that. That's the life with a baby, with 3 babies. At least one baby that's sleeping, you know, in the middle of the day. So I'd pick her up and give it to the mommy. I'd pay a lot of money to be a good regular sleeper. Yeah, I understand 100% completely, like the baby. Sleeping is alpha and omega of good life, and every time I sleep well, I'm a different guy. I'm different. I'm happy, I'm bullish. I'm always bullish when I slept well. Doesn't matter how bearish the markets are, I'm bullish. Lol has a baby and says, I sleep whenever I want. Yeah, but you know, I do go to, you know, to bed, you know, sometimes. Yesterday I went, you know, went to sleep like 3 a.m. Luckily for me, you know, mom, you know, woke up and took care of the kids, so you know, I didn't have to, you know, wake up. But oftentimes, you know, I go to bed at 3 a.m. and then I wake up at 6 a.m. so I get like 3-4 hours of sleep. Sometimes, you know, 4 hours of sleep, then I have to wake up and then I go around like a zombie all day long, you know. That said, let's go check what Bitcoin is doing, guys. I hope you're well. What a weekend. She Nolan is back in the chat. Market Wizard, like, you know, guys are coming back, guys. The guys are coming back. So what do you think, guys? Will we break this towards the upside or not? What's gonna happen here? Will we break this falling wedge towards the upside, or will we dump on the downside? That's the big question right now. And right now it's a little bit undecisive. Now what you're gonna see here, we're gonna just remove the, this wedge up here, and we're gonna go to the 4-hourly time frame. So you're gonna see this 50 moving average on the chart right now that is acting as a resistance again. You know, it was a resistance up here. We came a little bit above it, but you know, we'll write down, I'll it right down. So resistance, resistance over here, we broke, then resistance again. You can see how nicely we broke this towards the upside. We had a nice move up there. You can also see here that we, we're trying to hold it over here all the way back down there. It was acting as a resistance, right? Resistance, and when we broke, we had a nice rally towards the upside. Went a little bit down, a little bit up, but you know, resistance again, and again down. So over here we are acting as a resistance again. So this 50 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, very important level to get above. Unfortunately, we are not above that level, and not only that, we are getting a small rejection from that level right now. I'm seeing right now altcoins on my chart here, like I got 150 altcoins on my watch list, and I'm betting like 120 of those altcoins are in red right now. They're not like 10-20% in red, but they are like 3-4% in red, between like 2-3-4% in red on the downside. So you know, altcoins are definitely reacting a little bit badly to this move, to this rejection on Bitcoin right now. On the daily time frame, we are getting rejected by the 10 moving average. You can see up here, we try to go up there. Right now we're pulling back down again, and you know, it's still rejection after rejection after rejection. We need to see some kind of nice move towards the upside. Yesterday was nice candle up here. Unfortunately, we didn't get this bullish engulfing candle. We just got a normal candle up here. There is a bullish divergence here on the chart on the RSI. I'm gonna show you up here. So there is the RSI down here, and it goes a little bit up here. Don't make me zoom in too much, but you can see here that this is higher than this level up here, so it goes towards upside. It goes towards upside up here, and the price is going towards downside. So this is bullish RSI divergence, and you can see here that we have moved towards upside up here. Now unfortunately, this RSI divergence is already played out right now the way I see it, and we don't have to, you know, make new highs up here. We do not have any kind of bearish divergence on the top. We don't have any kind of bullish divergence on the top or anything like that over here. The RSI is right now is corrected 100% up here. So what I'm expecting is some kind of big move up here to happen very, very soon towards the upside or towards the downside. So something big must happen right now. This is not gonna take long. This is gonna happen within the week. Whether that's gonna be today, tomorrow, in a couple of days. I'm guessing it might start today, but I'm not quite sure. It might start, but we will see during this week, or the start of this week. Today's Monday, so we will see very soon a very giant move on the chart. I'm going to show you also reasons why this giant move might happen. You can see very nice support, very nice resistance up here. We are below all of the moving averages up here on the daily time frame, which is quite bearish move. You never want to do that. But if we for whatever reason break on the upside out of this, that might be a long position. We might rally towards the upside. I don't think we're gonna rally up here. We said like 42 levels, 41.5 up here might be the target that we should be hitting on this move towards the upside before deciding whether we want to break this towards the upside or get rejected by that. So if we do break this toward, you know, this falling wedge towards the upside, we are looking at some kind of 41, 42 levels up here, in this range up here, towards this top up here. Same, yeah, 50 moving average. That's the most I'm looking at right now. And only if we break this resistance towards the upside, we're gonna talk about the next level up here, maybe this 200 moving average up here, around 42, 43, 45 levels, whatever that's gonna be after a while, right? So this move towards the upside can indeed come. Now the bearish news is that this can also break on the downside. Yesterday we had a live stream where I said that I don't think we're gonna have capitulation phase right after this move on the downside. If this move on the downside do happen, which can actually happen, if we get a move towards downside down here outside of the wedge, I think it just might be spring and then right back up again. That would be a very bullish move towards the upside up here this spring, because right now we are in some kind of very high fear levels, and if you do break this very important level of support around 37,000 down here, you know, the panic will start kicking in, a lot of people will start selling, we might get this very nice fast move towards downside, and then you know, bang, right back up again, so I'm looking at these two, you know, these two options right now. The break towards the upside, although it can happen, it kind of looks scary, but if it does happen, we're just gonna flow with that. On the other hand, I think there is more probability right now to have a move back down, break the downside, get some kind of V-shaped recovery, and then go right back up. The only way this V-shaped recovery is gonna fail if we go down and then try to go back up and get rejected by the resistance up here, do something like this, and then, you know, continuation toward the downside. This is failure of this V-shape, you know, this spring recovery towards the upside. So there is a couple of ways this can actually play out, but right now we are neither looking to long nor short. Over here we are just looking for some kind of a movement, decisive movements that is going to tell us where it's going, because this is a consolidation pattern. It's a consolidation pattern during inside you know, in a falling wedge, and you know, sometimes it can be hard, because although I believe this can happen and this can happen, and all of these two things are telling me that we should, you know, pop a little bit more towards the upside right now, move towards downside, can you know, fail to do this up here and just get rejected and continue on downside as well. So there is also a probability for that, but I think that right now probability to have some kind of capitulation right now is a little bit lower than if we first break up here and then have capitulation later on. So, you know, but there might be that. So everybody's right now looking at definitely at this falling wedge, and a lot of people are talking about these 5 candles up here, 1 2 3 4 5 red candles in a row happening on the weekly time frame. This is statistically very rare event, so, you know, statistically you should be getting some kind of a green candle up here, closed candle up here. This goes to 41, this is 44, 45,000. Are we gonna go all the way up here? I'm not quite sure about that, but, you know, we're gonna see that. But right now we are going inside this falling wedge. There is one thing that I want to show you. I forgot about that. See, maybe monthly. Nah. Yeah, of course, the support down over here that we are right now at, right? So this falling wedge came right down to the support. You can see on the daily time frame we even broke the support on the downside, and right now right back down in again. So that's why I'm saying, if we for whatever reason are to be breaking this falling wedge towards the downside, the panic will kick in, and a lot of people will get, you know, liquidated. A lot of people will, you know, have their stop losses below down here. A lot of people will start panic selling and so forth. So that's why I'm saying this you know, V-shaped recovery, this spring recovery towards upside is very likely to happen. We are on some very low levels already right now when it comes to RSI, and you know, a move towards downside will put us will put RSI at very low levels down here. We still don't have any kind of bullish cross here on the daily time frame or and the weekly time frame. We are still in bearish cross on the MACD. There is nothing that says right now that it's hard to imagine any kind of capitulation right now. I mean, the only way we're gonna start talking about capitulation again if we break this and fail to get back in. Okay, break, fail, then we're gonna restart talking about. But, you know, if you break and go back up here again, you know, we are looking for some kind of higher levels up here, and then capitulation levels. And then capitulation levels. New moon in the house. Yeah, also the new moon is actually, you know, pushing us a little bit towards downside right now. So we'll see if this actually plays out. Tila, are you scalper, swing, investor, trader? Investor, more or less likely, if you could say that, man. Is Monday still chess day? You watching 120? Wow, I struggle with more than 4. I don't watch 120 coins, but I do have it on the list because everybody asking for these coins. So, you know, we always have some kind of lines on, you know, most of the coins. Doesn't matter, right? We always checking out, you know, seeing something's pumping, something's not pumping, but we are not, you know, following, you know, every single day, you know, 120 coins. It's just not happening, man. It takes, for decent analysis, it takes like several hours to do, you know, 120 coins, but you must go higher before capitulation. See previous patterns. Yeah, so right now, you know, this falling wedge is indeed legit, and the question is when breakout, right? When breakout. So let's go down here and let's go into small time frames here on the 4-hourly. Now this rejection on the 4-hourly time frame on this 50 moving average that we just talked about, the rejection that's happening right over here right now, it's wait, I didn't mean to do that. This rejection is not yet bad. So when this rejection becomes bad is when we go back below the 20 and the 10 moving average. So, you know, this move below down here will become bad. So if you do something like this and, you know, cross back on the downside, I think we'll definitely see some kind of 37 levels again over here. So as long as we are above 10 and 20 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, I think there is, you know, right now this consolidation up here might be happening, and we might see, you know, move towards upside. But if we for whatever reason break through this 10 and 20 moving average towards the downside down here, I think it's very likely you'll see the tap on the bottom support again. And then the question is, will this, you know, support hold, or will we just break through the support on the downside? Because over here we are getting rejection a little bit right now. Even though it's on the small time frames like 4-hourly time frames, we are still, you know, we are still not closing this. There is actually 3 minutes left on this candle, so this is actually quite nice time to have a live stream, because we got 3 minutes and 36 seconds left on this candle up here. This is a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hourly time frame with the rejection on top, but hitting the support on the downside. So the question is, will we hold this support, or will we bounce closer right below the support as well on the downside? There is another support down here that we are breaking right now. Up here, this pivot point up here at the top up here. So we are going back below that, but we got this support on the downside that we are holding, and right now it looks like we are trying to hold. You can see down here, still 3 minutes left. We are on this 20 moving average on the dollar, and this support level up here, this pivot point up here that we are trying to hold right now. So this is a pullback down to the support levels. This up here support level is broken already, definitely, but right now this support level, will we close above or below? 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Let's put both of these lines up here. The upper one is the support, the bottom one is the 20 moving average. Let's go something like 5-minute chart up here and see how this actually plays out right now. So we are going to push down on this very last candle up here. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. That means 3 1-minute candles left. 3 1-minute candles left. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 candles left up here. 1, 2, 3. 3 candles left to see if we're gonna break this very important level of support. And there we go. Right now we are hitting that support level right now. So this 4-hourly just might tell us, you know, whether we're gonna break through the downside or not. You can see here we are holding support, and right now we're bouncing off of that support levels. 2 minutes left on this close. This is you know, almost the last candle. I thought myself a hodler, but feeling bad today. The fractal is early 2018 on the weekly. For bits showing horizontal triangle with 20 as a resistance, under support. Same thing happening now. Horizontal triangle, maybe. So we are getting smacked down on the support right now. We still got 2 minutes left, so you know it's gonna be interesting. Nasdaq, how is Nasdaq doing right now? Stay to your plan, man. Holder or loser or trader. I mean, if you're a holder, you cannot be a loser technically, because if you just hodl and never sell, you know, that's fine. The bounce came. Engulfing candle on 1-minute chart. So good, so good, so nice. The question is, will this right now, this is the last candle, this is the last 55 seconds left to go. Right now, the decision time comes whether we break through the support or not. Do we hold the support or do we break the support? Right now, the support looks like it is holding, and looks like this, you know, imaginary top line here on this box is acting as a resistance as well. So maybe I'm ruining the party for everybody. 30 seconds left. We don't see any kind of big moves. Let's go to 1 second chart. 30 seconds left. We got 30 of these candles, little small candles up here right now. We are in the box up here. Will we go down? There we go. We got something like 15 seconds left up here, 17 seconds, 15, 14, 13 seconds left on the chart. We are coming very close to the ending of this box up here. The question is whether we are gonna break towards downside. Now we are definitely staying above the support up here, and there we go, 2, 1, and that's a close right now. We got a 4-hourly close right now. Let's just zoom in right over here, and we'll see where we actually close this candle up here. And what you're gonna see that we closed above all of these 2 support lines up here at the top. So right now we did close above the support. We did close above this support up level. So technically we are okay. We got bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hourly time frame, which doesn't have to mean much, but it does increases bearishness a little bit. Lately we have been getting 2 bearish engulfing candles. The one is down here. This is the first bearish engulfing candle. We failed to get a bullish engulfing candle right after that, and we also failed to get a bullish engulfing candle on the daily time frame yesterday. But you know, bearish engulfing candle up here, bearish engulfing candle up here. I think there is still probability to break these 2 moving averages up here towards downside. Whether that's going to happen in the next 4 hours or next 8 hours, I don't know. If you see the break on the downside down here below the 10 and 20 moving average down here, I'm guessing we might see back a retest on the support line on the downside, 37,000 again. So that might happen. I'm also seeing right now that the indexes, stock indexes, this is the futures of S&P 500, and right now you'll see that it is going a little bit on the downside. Let's see 1 hourly time frame up here. Yeah, so we've been going downside, and right now we are getting, you know, it is getting smacked to back down to the support. So the question is, will the stock market fail today or not? There was a big happening. You can see here the daily candles up here. We are continuing on the downside, and there is the, you know, bullish divergence on the charts up here on the RSI, on the S&P 500, and on the Dow Jones as well. There is a bullish divergence up here on the charts, so maybe there could be, you know, a nice move towards upside. Unfortunately, if it just continues dumping, the divergences will correct itself. RSI divergences is a lag indicator, so nothing we should be looking at and, you know, placing our bets on, but it can indicate something, and usually it's not the thing that we are looking at right now. I'm gonna show you one chart right now over here, then in investor. Today there was a big happening on a Norwegian stock market. You can see that, you know, Norden, Frankfurt, Euronext, and OSS are all down by 2%. So we are expecting S&P, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones to continue the down move towards downside. But there was a big happening on OCBX, on a Norwegian stock market today. And analysts are like, oh, we don't know why it's happening, you know. So I'm gonna show you what's been happening today on the stock market. It does look interesting. If you go to indexes and OCBX, so you can see this big week on the downside, right? If you look at this on the 1 hourly time frame, let's go look at a 5-minute time frame. You'll see that the stock market dropped big time, something like 5%, very fast towards downside. And everybody, all the analysts are like, oh, we don't know why it's happening. We don't know, you know, there was no news. The market just suddenly, you know, fat fingers. The thing is, the thing that I believe that happened, it's not any kind of fat fingers. I think, you know, people just saw opportunity to get out very, you know, easily out of the market, start selling. There was a big sell-off, you know, people are not aware, but, you know, somebody somewhere is aware, and I'm like, you know what, we're not gonna wait for the big drop. Let's just sell it now, dump it, get out, that's it. So the market did recover towards the upside a little bit, but you can see here it's still going on the downside. So the move to the downside is legit over here, and you can see that on the charts on this very nice page up here. You know, 2% down in Euronext, OCs, 2% down, Japan 0.11 closed down. These three, S&P, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, is gonna be interesting how they open, but right now they're looking like they're gonna open on the downside. Right now the index is at 0.03%, so you know it is a 0, and S&P 500 is minus 0.15. But opening on the this is the futures market, but opening on the market, I think it's gonna open in red today. It might open in red today. That said, Bitcoin is also sitting at some kind of, you know, zero levels as well, but altcoins are definitely down a lot. We can go to crypto bubbles up here. This is the weekly. Let's go to the daily, and you can see daily does look green, but the problem with looking at this on the daily time frame is that daily time frame is 24-hour time frame. It's not, you know, from the daily close on the candles. It's not falling candles, it's just falling to last 24 hours. You can see a lot of it is still in green. That's because, you know, yesterday was a nice day. Unfortunately, today is not. There is no such thing as you know, hourly. If you look at hourly, everything is down, is in the last hour, but there should be something like 12 hours or something like that. That would be nice, but there is no such thing as hourly performance, bubble size, neutral, big bubble. There is no such thing. Maybe if you press the new, no, I cannot press the new. There you go. So how will this happen? Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. You can see here that we are banging on this support down here. If we start, you know, breaking through this support on the downside, I will draw the bubbles down here, not bubbles. I will draw the area, the target area. And 10 moving average. This is the levels, right? So if you break through this this red box up here, I would assume the market is bearish, and I would assume a retest on the lower low levels down here again. How much is that down right now? That's like 4% down. Maybe not in one day. Maybe not in one day. Maybe not in one day. The bears are going to die very soon. Mladen is bullish. The Mazbo. Hi tribe. Hi captain. Nice that you could just came by to smash the like. Good luck everyone. The center blend, thanks for stopping by. I like that. Week 589. If this is bear market, can't wait to see prices when we move to bull market again. This is definitely bear market, man. There is no way to, you know, look at any other way. It is definitely a bear market, but you know, it will end eventually. Whether that's with capitulation or just some, you know, slow move up out of this, you know, right now we might be calling this, you know, some kind of you know, distribution phase or some kind of accumulation phase. We don't know whether this is accumulation or redistribution, right? But if you go up here, you know, history will call this accumulation zone, but if you go down from here, history will call this redistribution zone. So, you know, this zone will be defined by the future price movement. Anyways, guys, that's thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by on the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. Monday to Friday, we got to do the show because we gotta know what's happening with our altcoins. Unfortunately, right now it's a little bit, you know, shady because we are in some kind of consolidation patterns. Consolidation patterns are not good for any kind of price movement. They just consolidate tighter. Yeah, there was one thing I forgot to show. There was one thing I forgot to show you, and I want to show you because we are saying that this is getting tighter and tighter, right? So we wanted actually to look at the Bollinger's bands. This is the daily thing down here, right? So the big move is gonna happen. You can see down here, the only thing that you need Bollinger's bands for is some kind of a squeeze, right? You want to see some kind of consolidation. We already know that some big move is gonna come, some kind of consolidation, but it's very nice to see on the Bollinger's bands. You can see these very low levels down here. Right now we are consolidating. Consolidation doesn't mean that you know, you're gonna get to move towards upside or move towards downside or anything, but the big move is happening very soon. You can see also every time we get came to, you know, these very low levels, we got some kind of moves right up here at the top, right over here we got some kind of, you know, and then we started getting these big moves and the expansion. It doesn't happen like this, you know, but you know, you get to start seeing some kind of movement right down here. Also up here at the top up here, this expansion, you know, so we are seeing some contraction up here. But these are the most interesting down here. You can see that when the bull market started back here, bull market started, you can see how this contraction was contracting very long time, and we exploded towards the upside, right? And then it went up here again, contracted, and had a violent move towards the downside. Then it went sideways up here, contracted up here, and got a very violent move towards the upside. So contraction doesn't tell you that we are gonna have any kind of you know, bullish move or bearish move or upside or downside. It just tells you that, you know, the move is coming. So that was the only thing that I want to mention. The move is coming, guys. which side is gonna go to, we do not know, but the move is coming, so take care. Hope it's to the right side, and if it's in the opposite side, it might just be a spring towards the upside. Consolidation is good for altcoins. Do you advise any? Right now everything is down still, so whether right now it's time to start buying and preparing for the pump, because I think right now pump is hopium. I think right now pump is hopium. I think it's not, I mean, the thing is, we are at sport, so down here at sport, this is buying levels, right? These are buying levels, and if for whatever reason it starts going below that, that's gonna be bad. So probably get out, not financial wise, let's get out. But this is a buying level because it is a down here at support. It is at 10-20 moving average. If you see any kind of move out of the support, any kind of reaction from that, that's definitely some kind of support holding levels up here. That might be a nice buying opportunity, because this can definitely break towards the upside. It's a falling wedge, it can break towards the upside, right? On the other hand, if it starts falling below the support levels up here, if it starts falling below the support levels up here, probability is that we might see some kind of lower levels on the downside, maybe even the bottom down here, and maybe even the dump towards downside again, right? But the way I see it, we had a nice touch on the bottom down here, we had a nice touch on the top. We are right now consolidating here in the upside before the breakout. Definitely over here might be some kind of a nice way to enter some coins and maybe hope for some move towards the upside up here. But if it is for whatever reason start dropping on the downside, it won't go to the left. That's one thing for sure. Never say never, man. Never say never. Rollbacks have happened before. Yeah, dollar cost averaging into some kind of altcoins. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, MBD Financials, thanks for the TI, you're welcome. And Badge Guitar is in the chat as well. Thanks everybody else that came in. The Central Plan and all the green names. Tomorrow 9 AM Central European time on the lower Bitcoin Daily, because we gotta know what's gonna happen. Also, we're gonna have probably a live stream tonight if something big happens, because something big is definitely coming, guys. So make sure to hit the notification button, hit the like button on the way out, subscribe to the channel if not subscribed. Check out TFN's Club. I don't have anything more to say. That's it, guys. See ya tonight. Hopefully it's gonna something's gonna happen. It's getting too boring. Bye bye, guys. I'm gonna go do stuff.